Hey guys, just checking in. This is kind of a different post for me as folks online debate about what is and is not appropriate for social media, how much is too much to share. And I get both sides of the argument. There is nuance, right? There is, of course, I want to be open and transparent and offer myself as a kind of learning tool when I make mistakes. But also, I would hate to ever violate anyone's trust or privacy. But after weighing the pros and cons, I've decided I'm just going to put it out there in case this does help anyone else. The family is kind of going through a hard time right now. My husband and I just discovered that my 14-year-old daughter is the only one of her friends that has parents or caregivers. I know, it blew my mind as well. She never outright said this with words, but we are sensitive to, the clues she kind of leaves out for us. For instance, a few days ago, I go into the room where she's sitting with her phone and say, "I need you to get those dirty socks up that you left under the coffee table." She slams her hand over the camera because if it's not on FaceTime, it's not happening. She slams her hand over the camera and goes, "Oh my God, they can hear you." Well, that's because I was speaking in the home that I own. But that's how they heard, but that's neither here nor there. That was one thing. But then later, I remind her to put her phone away because we're about to sit down for dinner and she's not allowed to have the phone during family time. She says, "Man, you're doing the most." Now I was confused about that one because we have this conversation almost daily. This is not new information, but something in her brain must be pushing it out. I could only reason that perhaps she's just unfamiliar with hearing it at anyone else's home, hearing it in the background, right? So that was a big one, but it wasn't the final straw. What was the clincher for me was yesterday when she walked into the kitchen and said, "Hey, I need you to take me to the mall at 4. I'm going to meet my friends." Now I know what you're thinking. I looked around too. I did, because this is a person with no money and no transportation. Surely there's like an assistant or someone that she's accustomed to handling these things for her. And so I look around. Turns out I'm the only one in the room. So I reply, "No, I'm in the middle of something." She comes back quickly with, "But all my friends will be there." It's like we're having two different conversations. "All my friends will be there." And I say, "Well, then I guess you should have asked for permission when all your friends did." And that's it. That's when she said, "No one else has to ask for permission. They get to do whatever they want." That's it right there. I had no idea that there were a bunch of 14-year-olds just out in the world with the freedom to take care of themselves, to answer to no one. Meanwhile, my daughter, my precious baby girl, was saddled with me. I said I wasn't gonna cry. You try and do your best. You hope that the love that you have for your child just shines through and that everything will work out in the end. And then you realize the mistakes you make. Okay? So yes, I could have kept this to myself. I could have suffered in silence, but I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that because maybe you're out there and you're a teen who's been afflicted with parents, or conversely, a parent who's been diagnosed with teens. I want you guys to know that I hold space for you. We're trying to help Ashton work through it. We're trying to help her feel the feelings. Taking it day by day and just support her as much as possible. Not my husband. My husband doesn't give a shit. But I am trying to support her as much as possible. And so I just wanted you guys to know that, to know what's going on. If you see a sadness in my eyes in the videos lately, That's it. Okay. So, any thoughts, any well wishes, any prayers? We are so thankful for you guys, for your support. And if you're out there and you're struggling, you're safe here. You're safe here. Thank you guys.